What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Lions Week 4 game preview. And as you see behind me, this week, our 1 and 2 Cleveland Browns are back on the road as they travel up north to Detroit, Michigan to face off against the 2 and 1 Detroit Lions, who, after losing to the Packers week 1, have looked pretty damn good the last 2 weeks. Of course, they went out and put the belt on the Bears. And then last night, they went into Baltimore and they took care of business against a pretty damn good Ravens team. The most impressive thing from that game last night was the fact that the Lions got not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six. I sound like LeBron James, but seven. Yes, 7 sacks on Lamar Jackson. I feel like they watched the Browns tape on how to contain Lamar, and they're like, we can do you one better. Contain him and take him down. Because that's exactly what they did. Gotta admit, that's pretty impressive. And of course, the Browns are going to have their hands full because, of course, DeJuan Jones is freaking out for the year. And Jack Conklin is going to try to make his way back, but as you know, you can't trust him. He's injury prone, which sucks because he's really good when he's healthy, but he hasn't been freaking healthy. So we'll see what happens this week. It'd be nice to get him back out there, right? But yeah, so before I get into the preview for this game, I got some propaganda to go over and also a roster move. So starting off with the little bit of propaganda from this past week. I mean, of course, it's only fair to start off with some defensive propaganda. As you see from the graphic on your screen, 204.3 opponent yards on average per game. And what it says at the bottom, lowest average allowed in NFL through first 3 games this season. Freaking crazy, right? But that's not all, because we also have this. Defensive rankings through week 3. Number 1, rush yards per game, 57.3. Number 2 in pass yards per game at 147. And also number 2 in sacks with 11. Pretty damn impressive for this unit, right? I mean, you look at the Browns' front 4 and you think, damn, that's a pretty good unit. But also, don't forget, Michael Hall hasn't even played yet. He's getting closer, but he's just not ready yet, coming back from off-season knee surgery. But I mean, even the unit right now is freaking nasty as hell. Imagine what it'll be like when Michael Hall comes back. Oh, don't tease me with a good time. I know Myles Garrett loves the fact that he's actually got help up front now. It's not just him doing all the dirty work. And the best thing is, we have defensive tackles in Malik Collins, Mason Graham, and Aiden Huntington, and even old man Shelby Harris. We have dudes who could get after the quarterback at the defensive tackle position. It's no longer just the edge rushers doing all that work, right? No, we got 4 guys on the field up front at all times who can attack the quarterback and make life hell for him. Now we also have this from Brett Coleman on Twitter. Pretty interesting stat. And I quote, per PFF, the Browns pass rush had an average time to pressure of 1.99 seconds today, or on Sunday, on true dropbacks. So that's pretty much 2 seconds. By the time the quarterback goes back to pass, we got dudes in his face, ready to take him down. That's barely enough time to process what's going on, right? Quarterback hikes the ball or snaps the ball, whatever, goes back, boom, dude in his face, ready to take him down. No time at all. Barely enough time to get back to pass it. Love to see that. Hope that keeps up though, which I think it will. Myles Garrett's pass rush win rate was 46%. Malik Collins was at 33%. Mason Graham was also a very healthy 15.4%. Total domination. Yeah, I'll say that. Man, I need Mason Graham to just absolutely go off on Sunday because, of course, he played for the team up north in college. So it's kind of a homecoming for him, sort of. Yeah. I would love to see Mason go off for like 3 sacks, but that's going to be a challenge because, of course, the Lions have not surrendered a sack since week 1 against the Packers when they got 4 of them. I mean, if any team can do it, it's the Browns. This pass rush is disgusting. But Jared Goff has no, he's good at, avoiding that kind of pressure. Gets the ball out quick, you know, really takes away any potential pass rush. It's actually pretty shocking that no one has sacked him since week 1 because he went up against a solid Bears front with Grady Jarrett and Montez Sweat and couldn't touch him. And then the Ravens, that's even shocking. I mean, damn. Ravens have been always known to get after the quarterback. But of course, Taylor Decker and Penei Sewell have done a great job protecting Jared Goff on the edge. And I know Myles Garrett's going to be ready, right? Should be fun. Now, one more little piece talking about Carson Swessinger, who, if you remember, I really didn't know who he was when we drafted him because I didn't watch UCLA. But man, this dude, did I say Luke Kuechly Jr.? I'm not going to say he's an exact clone of Luke, but he's definitely got the skill set of Luke Kuechly. And imagine if and when JOK comes back. Ooh-wee, man. A linebacker unit consisting of JOK and Carson Swessinger? Oh, hell yeah. Boy, man, I need it so freaking bad. Oh my God. If there's one thing I need, it's that. I need Carson and JOK at linebacker next year. Please, God, let it happen. What happened to JOK? Neck injury. Suffered last year. He's out for the whole season this year. But he's working his way back. I think he's been in the facility and stuff. It's just tough because neck injuries are very dangerous. You got to be careful with those. One wrong move and you're paralyzed for life, right? So we'll see how JOK does as the year goes on, and we'll see how he is by next offseason. But yeah, Carson Swessinger, nominated for Rookie of the Week. 9 tackles, team high, 2 pressures, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss against the Packers. Honestly, I think he should have had 2 sacks, but I think 1 was negated due to a penalty. Or was that Mason Graham? I know someone had a sack negated due to a dumbass penalty. It might have been Mason. Regardless, we got to stop with the stupid ass penalties in those situations. Got to have better discipline. Miles, looking at you with those freaking offsides. You're in what, year 8 or 9, and you're still jumping offsides? Come on. What the heck you doing? But yeah, Carson Swessinger, freaking love that kid. And I'll say this too. This might honestly be Andrew Berry's best draft class, bar none. Everybody, but obviously the 2 quarterbacks, has balled out this year. Everybody. Aiden Huntington, drafted free agent, is out here making plays. He's our version of Pat Ricard, playing offense, defense, and of course, special teams. He's doing whatever's necessary to help us win. And you love to see that, right? He didn't have to do that. But he's out here doing whatever it takes. You love to see it, right? I see him on offense as the fullback or the extra guy up front to block. I see him on special teams, on kick return, running full speed down the field as a gunner on kickoffs. And keep in mind, he's a defensive tackle doing that. Yeah, he wants it bad. And you love guys like that. Give me a team full of Aiden Huntingtons, and we may never lose. Right? But yeah, I love to see that for Carson. And now, before I get into the preview, I do have a roster move to talk about. As Luke Floria is back. Remember him from week 1 in the preseason? Made that sick ass one-handed catch and then proceeded to hurt himself. The Browns let him go, and they went another way. People were thinking, "Oh, yep, he's done for. We're not going to see him again." Well, look at that. He's back. I had heard rumblings that they were going to bring him back when he was healthy, and yeah, sure enough, he's back. As the Browns announced on Twitter, and I quote, "We've signed wide receiver Luke Floria to the practice squad and released defensive end KJ Henry from the practice squad." Well, KJ, at least you'll always have that scoop and score against the Eagles, right? Might not be the last time we see KJ in Cleveland, though. We'll see. Now, moving on to the preview portion of this video, as we're going on 12 minutes. But yeah, so starting off with the series history, of course, Detroit leads the overall series 19-6. Cleveland's last win came in 2021, where Baker had the cooked shoulder. We all remember that, right? And then Detroit's last win in the series came in 2017 during our 0-16 season. Now, getting into the keys to victory. Number 1, this is a huge one. Get after Jared Goff. Something that the Bears and the Ravens, shockingly enough, didn't do. 0 sacks the last 2 weeks, surrendered by the Lions. But you know what? These guys in Cleveland, they'll be like, "All right, challenge accepted. We can get after Jared Goff." It'll be interesting to see how they try to do it. Does Jim Schwartz try to send extra pressure? Are we just going to rely on the 4 dudes up front and then just swarm the defensive backfield with guys in coverage? Because the big thing is, Jared Goff gets the ball out quick, and he's got some good weapons. So our secondary is going to be put up to a hell of a challenge. But I think they're ready for it. Number 2, establish the run game. Get Quinshawn going. Get Dillon going. And dare I say, Jerome Ford? Is this the week we see that rare Jerome Ford big run? Man, I would love it. I would love to see that for sure. Number 3, no dumb miscues or turnovers. No dumb penalties that would kill a big play, because we've seen that so many times this year, right? Get a big play and then flag. Like, stop with that garbage, right? And of course, you have the drive extenders, right? You get them off the field on defense and flag, drive continues. Seen that a couple times too. But yeah, no dumb turnovers either. Take care of the damn ball. And of course, like I said earlier, get off the field on 3rd down. No drive extending penalties on defense. All right? All right. That's simple. To my player to watch, I'm going to go with the Browns D-line. Because again, the Lions have not surrendered a sack in 2 weeks since week 1. I'm sure the Browns defensive unit, they're going to be watching that tape to see what Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, and company were doing to get to Jared Goff. And we're going to probably try our best to replicate that. Because it's the only team that was able to get to him so far. And look what the Packers did to the Lions. I think the big thing is we got to get ahead early and force Goff to throw. Put them in ridiculous situations, right? 3rd and long. Force them to throw the ball deep, right? Eliminate the short yardage stuff. Make Goff have to sit back in the pocket and wait. Because the longer he sits back there to wait, the more of a chance we have of getting to him. That's going to be an awfully big ask for our secondary. But I think they'll be up for it. But I got the Browns D-line as my players to watch. Miles, Mason, Malik, Alex Wright, Isaiah McGuire. Those guys, right? Need them to step up big time this week. I want to have another party in the backfield, yeah. Now, as far as my prediction goes, believe it or not, I'm back in on the Browns. Yeah, you heard me. Give me the Browns winning this week, 17-14. They're going to build off that win against the Packers. They're going to go to Detroit, and they're going to pull off a shocker again. With the way this defense is playing, all we need is mid from the offense. No freaking, 7-touchdown game. No. We just need an offense that can move the ball and score points. That's all we need. Competent offense. That's all. Because if the defense is playing like they have been playing, we get up by a couple touchdowns somehow. I think we could. But yeah, give me the Browns 17-14. Andre Smith once again wins it for the Browns. And he continues to build his legacy in Cleveland. So yeah, with that being said, guys, and that's all I got. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, and in the comments down below, tell me what you think is going to happen in this game. Tell me something bold, something ballsy, Oh, Denzel Ward has 3 interceptions and a pick 6. Myles Garrett has a scoop and score touchdown. Something ballsy, tell me something bold, what you think is going to happen. Browns blow the hell out of the Lions, 63-0. No, that's not going to happen. No. Bruh. I said bold, not outrageous. Imagine, though. Generational man, Joe Flacco. One can wish, right? But yeah, with that being said, as always, I'm Crazy Dog, and I'll be live in a little bit for my picks stream. Also, shout out to everybody who was in the Guardians Tigers stream today. Wanted to have this video out earlier, but I had issues uploading the previous version of this video. Not to mention that version was kind of bad. Kind of went on like a 5-minute long rant about Jerome Ford. So, yeah. Said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Browns. Let's go to 2-2. Heading to London next week to face Carson Wentz and the Vikings. Yeah. See you guys later. Go, Browns. I'm Crazy Dog. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.